Hi folks, Bob Collins for Diver Supply. In this video, we're going to take a look at Cressi's Commander Back Inflate BC. Thanks for watching, and if you're new here, please reach down and hit the subscription button. Love to have you as one of our subscribers. And of course, if you're already diving the Commander, leave a comment down below. And of course, I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up. Now, the Commander is the back inflate version of the carbon that I showed. I did the video the other day. I'll put a link for it right up here. And so you can take a look. I'll also put a link down below in the description. And I'll put a link for this BC down below in the description. Now, what's unique about the Commander is it has quite a few of the, let's just call it in general features of the carbon, but the Commander is a back inflate BC. And I've had a couple of questions out there and requests to see the Commander. That's why I'm doing the video. And I'm going to walk you through the features and some of the cool things that are on the Commander BC. So I'm going to start right up here on the shoulders. And the first thing we're going to notice is we're going to see that this left shoulder has two pre-bent D-rings. Now these D-rings are a little bigger than the D-rings that you saw on the carbon. These are more of a full-size black D-ring. Over here on this side, we also have two of the full-size D-rings. Over here, we've got a right shoulder dump knob that you can see right there. We've got a chest strap, and of course, these are our quick release shoulder disconnects right here. It's got a very nice extended inflator deflator hose. It also comes with the new low pressure inflator connection. And the inflator is a very nicely shaped inflator and fits your hand nicely, very contoured, so it would work well with small hands. Now, as we come on down here, what you're going to see in here is a very nice back pad. And there is an actual back plate. It's plastic, but there is a back plate in here, kind of like what's on the carbon, and which this pad really would end up with this plate, making it a very comfortable diving BC. We've got a cummerbund in here. And of course, as we come on down, what we're going to see is we've got a D-ring here, a small D-ring on the other side, and we have some zippered pockets. Now, the nice thing about these zippered pockets, for me, I kind of like this. If we look, there's a little bit of a curve to this zipper that helps you get this open. And there's some structure to the outside panel of this pocket. Now it's a fairly small storage pocket, and there's a book stuck down here and such, a owner's manual and such. And of course, this structure of the outside of this kind of stiffens this zipper that makes it a little easier to use than what I saw on the carbon. And of course, it's not a double zipper direction. It's a single zipper on here. And of course, we come on down and we've got a metal D-ring down here on the bottom, which is really nice, not plastic. This D-ring, like I just said, this small one, this is, some people would connect their gauges here. For me, I use a leash and put my console leash here so that my console hangs right here, right underneath my arm. But you could connect it here, or maybe you would use this for something else. We've got a nice weight pocket in here with a nice big handle. And if you give it a good solid pull, these are not flimsy lock-in. And when we look at the pockets, it's got a nice zipper. And for me, one of the nice things about the zipper is that the zipper doesn't necessarily wear out like Velcro does. we see sometimes there's a Velcro closure here, and if you get in the neutral buoyancy position, or what I call the fish position, and these are pointed down and it's a worn out Velcro, your weights could fall out of there. And there's a nice track here on the weight pocket to get it back in place. I'm going to slide it back in. And like I've shown on some of the other BCs, this ring right here is not just for connecting something. If you hold on to it and push, you hear that snap. So it really, even underwater, you can hear that snap to know that your pocket is really locked in there nice. And of course, over here on our other side, we've got another D-ring here, same sort of thing. Let's take a look at the back. Now, back here on the back of this BC, this bladder has a bungee compression on it, and I'll get a close-up shot, but you can see the bungee compression on here, and it also has a right inside butt dump. Sometimes these butt dumps are located on the outside, but this one is located just to the inside so that when you reach back with your right hand, it's a little easier to feel. There's actually another D-ring located right back here, and that D-ring would maybe be for an SMB or something else you want to, maybe a reel, that sort of thing that you want to keep back here. When we look up here at the top, up here we've got a right shoulder dump that's connected to that knob, which I feel is really the most effective deflator on a BC, because it works if your feet down, and it also works well if you're in the neutral buoyancy position. Right here we've got a valve strap, and coming down here's our little back plate here in the back. And over here on this side, this one is actually a vent. If we pull here on the inflator deflator, we pull, there's a connection that runs through to right here, and this will vent off of the left shoulder. So if you're swimming along and you're a little bit right shoulder up, then you could use the right shoulder dump. If you're a little bit left shoulder up, then you could pull on the inflator deflator. Now, again, one of the things I always caution people about, if you get in the habit or muscle memory of constantly pulling on this, then you do or you may tend to weaken this connection where the connector, where the relief valve goes into the bladder. All right, so now we're down here at the tank strap, and this is a plastic cam on the tank strap. And we've also, like I said, there's our valve strap. And you'll notice that the backpack extends through here. It's contoured for your tank, and there's also a friction pad inside here. Now, we've also got two small trim pockets. Again, I love trim pockets, especially on a back inflate BC. I feel like trim pockets are almost a necessity. So there could be two tank straps on here, but I'm going to be straightforward with you. If you put another strap, it's going to be right here, and this strap's right here. So they would be mighty close together. And of course, if you did that, you would need to move these two trim pockets up on the upper strap to make them more effective, to keep them in the center of mass of what you're wearing. Could you just take this one strap and move it up? Sure you could. Not a problem doing that either. All right, so that's a quick look at the Cressi Commander. It's pretty well built. It's fairly robust. There's a lot of 420 denier here. It's got some of the cues, some of the styling cues like what we saw on the Carbon, with some carbon fiber looking type material. It's a very attractive looking BC. I think it would be extremely serviceable. It's not really a tech BC, but if you are thinking about getting a back inflate BC, maybe you don't want something as light as Cressi's Travel BC, which we'll take a look at next. But this would be a very nice BC that would give you just absolutely years of service. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'm Bob Collins for Diver Supply, and as I always say here, dive safe out there.